You're good to go, Madam Chair.
Good to go?
Yes.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to our October Accessibility Advisory Committee meeting. We'll start off with our land acknowledgement. On October 22nd, 2024, we acknowledge that the sacred land on which Smiths Falls is now located has been a site of human activity for over 10,000 years and is rich in Indigenous history. This land is the ancestral and unceded territory of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe Nation. We are grateful to the Algonquin ancestors who cared for the land and water in order that we might meet here today. We are also grateful to the Algonquin people for their contribution in the making of the Rideau Canal, which runs through Smiths Falls. We are mindful of broken covenants and the need to reconcile with all our relations. Together, may we care for this land and each other, drawing on the strength of our mutual history of nation building, true peace and friendship, being mindful of generations to come. With that, I will call the meeting to order at 6:06. We'll start with the approval of the agenda. Now, does everybody have a copy? Did everybody get a copy of the agenda? Yep. Okay, is there anything that anyone would like to add to the agenda? I have a few things, but I'll open it up to the floor first. No? Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk about is an interview with Taylor Clark from Inside Ottawa Valley that I did this morning with regard to the development of the committee, some of the initiatives we do, and future goals as they relate to the deadline to be accessible by 2025 from the AODA. Throughout the priority issues in the meeting, I will provide a few updates from Director Clark, who's not with us this evening. We're grateful to have Ms. Davis with us this evening in her place. So thank you for being here,
Madam Chair.
And also, I wanted to just bring up to date on Treat Accessibly a bit. And I understand that we're going to combine that with Scalibration. And so we'll talk about that too. So if everybody is okay with all of that, could I have someone move the agenda, please?
I'll move it as amended.
Okay, Corey, thank you. Could I have someone second Corey, please? Courtney, thank you. All in favor? Motion carried. Okay, we'll move on to the adoption of minutes. We have two sets of minutes to adopt this evening. Does everybody firstly have a copy of said minutes from June and September? Yes, seeing yes. Okay, Ms. Davis, just to clarify, can we move and second both at the same time?
Yes, we can.
Yes, thought so. So could I have someone move to approve those two sets, please? Stephanie, thank you. Could I have someone second, please? Courtney, thank you. All in favor? Motion carried. Moving right on. We'll move on to disclosure of monetary interest. Does anyone have anything to disclose tonight? Oh, seeing none. Okay, we'll move on to delegations, and we have none this evening. Priority issues, we'll move on. First priority issue on our agenda tonight is the Red Shoe Run. that we had talked about. We had a wonderful delegation at last month's meeting, if you were here or able to listen to it. So I was just wanting to confirm they had made a request, which I will read now. The current plan is to host the Red Shoe Run on May 26th, 2025 in Laurage Park. They have formally requested that the committee assist in the marketing and advertisement, the provision of advice and guidance on the accessibility of the event, solicitation of volunteers from the committee's network, and participation with a booth at the event. So that's what they're sort of asking, and I wanted to seek approval for that tonight. Does anyone have any questions, comments, opinions? Corey?
For the advertising part, we as a committee currently don't have a budget, so it would have to go through the town, I would think, for that part.
We do. We would have to go through the town.
Yeah. But I think us putting a booth there is definitely possible.
Yeah. So that is a good thing. Now, what I'm tabling for tonight, putting on the table, do we want to, would it be appropriate to make a motion to support them in any way we can and bring that forward to council? You think that would be something we could do?
Yeah.
Yes. Anybody else?
No,
Yeah.
as far as volunteering and participating, I'd be totally willing to do that.
Yeah, okay. So what we will do, we will put that on hold for now, and we will draft up a motion. A motion could say something like the committee supports the Red Shoe Run and is willing to assist in any way they possibly can. Does that sound along the lines of what we would?
Yeah.
So we will put that on hold until such time as Director Clark can just sort of wordsmith that a little bit, and we will move forward with it at our next meeting. I think that wraps up the Red Shoe Run request. So we will move on to our second priority issue, which is the healing circle that Councillor McGuire had brought forward. We have regrets from him tonight as well. I had forgotten to mention at the beginning, we do also have regrets from Jen Brown. So we'll make sure they get every piece of information shared tonight. So the healing circle, there is a report that I got from Director Clark today, and it's just a little bit of an update on what he had talked about or what he wanted to say. And so I'll read that now, and then we'll move forward. He identified that the healing circle is not accessible. The town is planning to work with Parks Canada to develop accessible trails throughout the community. A trails standards plan is under development to share with Parks Canada, and the goal is to liaise with them and work with them and see what we can do to make it more accessible for all people. So with that, is there anybody else that has any experience with the Healing Circle or anything they'd like to add? Corey?
Okay, so my first question is it on Parks Canada land or is it on the town land?
I think Ms. Davis would be a wonderful person to ask.
It is on Parks Canada land.
Parks Canada. Never mind.
And a thought.
I believe that's Duck Island.
Duck Island, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I think that will wrap up the discussion on that for tonight, and we will bring that forward to the next agenda. We'll put it on the agenda for next meeting if everybody's in agreement, and let Councillor McGuire speak to that when he is able to be with us. Yep. Sounds okay. Okay, so we will now move on to the engagement survey that Director Clark had talked about previously, and I have a little bit of an update from her about that. The survey so far has gone out on the town website. However, it's had quite limited response. So the deadline has been extended to October 31st. She encourages members to please complete survey when they can and get it in. There's paper copies available at Town Hall. What I thought we could do tonight has anyone here had a chance to complete the survey yet?
I did.
You did. I did. Okay, perfect. What I was thinking tonight, and you can tell me if this sounds right to you. I haven't had a chance to complete it yet. Do we want to take 10-15 minutes to have a look at the survey and complete it for those here tonight? Or is that something that Ms. Davis, I believe you have a couple copies with you. And we could do that, or would we like to bring it home from here tonight? What would people like to do?
I prefer to take it home.
I completed it, so I don't want to give input.
Same.
You guys want to do?
You guys do what you want. I've completed it.
Okay. We'd prefer to, am I getting consensus that taking it home is best?
I've already filled it out, so.
So yeah,
Oh, okay.
take it home.
Take it home? Okay. We'll take it home, so I'll make sure that everybody has a copy of that survey before the conclusion of the meeting tonight.
There's also a link that we can share on our social pages if we
Yes.
have Facebook. I shared mine, and I know a bunch of people have filled it out from my Facebook.
Oh, okay.
I thought I had shared it, but I'll share it again.
Good. Thank you. Our last priority issue tonight is just a little update on the Treat Accessibly. There are signs available still at Town Hall. They have been taken up there. I believe there was 17 at the beginning of it being started. There was to be messaging going out to the schools, and Ms. Davis, do you have an update on, do you know if that has been able to happen yet, or?
I'm not sure if messaging went to school. I know I've seen the Town of Smith Falls Facebook page post it at least once, if not twice already. Just today they posted about it as well.
Oh, okay, perfect. Well, that's great to know. Thank you. And we will follow up with that, and hopefully in the next couple of days we'll get signs out to people, and hopefully we'll get some input from people, because I do certainly think it's a great initiative, and I do encourage you to, if you're able, to share it with anyone that you might know that does live in Smith Falls and would like to participate. It's certainly a wonderful thing to do. Does anyone have any questions or comments about Treat Accessibly? I know we've talked about it for a few weeks here, but just to firm it up before it happens.
Just to remind people that even if your house isn't fully accessible, you can go in either your garage or just be out in your driveway, and that makes you accessible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's no reason people can't participate even if their homes aren't fully accessible.
And that's a good point to bring forward, that it's not necessarily an accessible house, but are you willing to go that extra mile and make the experience accessible? That's really what it's all about. But yeah, so it's a very good initiative, and I'm excited about it. I hope it does spark some interest, and again, spread the word if you can. I think that wraps up our priority issues for tonight. We will talk about the meeting that I had. So today with Taylor Clark from Inside Ottawa Valley, we had a phone interview today, and we talked about just basic issues in town as they relate to accessibility, some of the initiatives that the committee has done, the general makeup of the committee, some of the future goals that we've had and are trying to work toward. So it was a wonderful experience, and thank you again to Taylor for taking that time today. We had a wonderful chat. So I was very grateful for that opportunity to speak to such a wonderful committee. So that's just a quick update on that. Our last priority issue that we don't have on the agenda, we've amended, is Scalibration, which will take place this weekend, I believe, Saturday?
October 26th.
Yeah. And so Director Clark has asked if somebody could be at the bandstand to hand out candy on that day, I believe 11:30 in the morning.
I believe so.
Is there anybody who would be willing to do that?
I can do it if nobody else wishes.
You can go.
Courtney and I.
Yeah.
Anyone's welcome to join too. 11:30.
I can certainly go too.
I know our office is doing it too, so I was just waiting to see if I needed to be there or not. So
Oh, okay. Very good. So what we'll do then is I will bring forward, or Ms. Davis can, just let Director Clark know that Courtney and Corey and myself are willing to do that.
And anybody on the committee is welcome to join too, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Anybody, if any of the committee members are watching the recording back, please, you're encouraged to meet us at the bandstand on that day, on that Saturday, and hand out some candy. I believe it's for about an hour, so it's not a long time, but certainly a wonderful event. And
and the parade begins at 10 a.m. too. If anyone's watching and wants to take part, there's a caution parade happening starting from the bandstand, I believe.
Okay. So I think that wraps up our proceedings for tonight. Now, Corey, I know you had brought up before that there was some accessibility issues at the arena that you would like to see changed.
Oh.
And what Director Clark has asked me to ask you to do
Okay.
would be to just I'm just looking here to see, just double check what she said. Just to sort of talk to her directly, because it's an operational
I've already followed
issue?
up with it.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so we will leave that then. That's great. Okay, so I think we can wrap up priority issues. Is there anything else anybody has thought of in relation to any of those issues that you would like to speak to? Well,
So since you brought it up, actually, I'll just tell the committee what my concerns were. It was at the arena. The wheelchair button at the main entrance is on the opposite side of where the door opens, and people that are walking with walkers, I found the last several times I've been at the rink, don't have enough time to get there and get in before the door starts to close on them. So the button either needs to move or the automatic door needs to be put on the other side. And upstairs in the, I want to say the bar area, I know that's not what it actually is. It's like the meeting room. There's no accessible doors on either side. So it's not actually accessible. I don't know this personally. I haven't been up to check yet, but I don't even think getting onto the walking track has an accessible door. I could be wrong on that though.
the walking track does.
Oh, the walking track does?
It's
Okay.
just not in a very
Friendly spot?
friendly spot. It's not exactly easy to see. And Director Clark and I were talking about this actually. And what she suggested was possibly some signage to indicate where that button is.
Yeah.
So that people are more aware of that. So
But the one outside is for sure a big concern to me.
yeah.
And the last couple of times I've had to go get the ring stuck to actually fix the door to actually allow it to open. So
Yeah.
just
For sure. Now, so yeah, those are certainly some very big issues. And Corey, thank you for bringing those to light. And again, thank you to Director Clark as well for bringing them to the appropriate people to address and possibly change. We'll move on. We have no correspondence items this evening, no in-camera issues. So we'll move on to our next meeting date. We've had a request from Jen Brown to have our next meeting on November 26th. That is a date she can be with us and attend. Now I see everybody looking at calendars. Is that something that everybody
The last Tuesday in November.
Last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday in November.
That's good for me.
Same time?
Personally.
That's good for me.
Yeah, same time. Is that everybody? Is everybody okay with that?
6 p.m.
Okay, so we will tentatively book that, and we will get Director Clark to turn that up for us and get that going as a normal procedure. All right, so I think we can adjourn for this evening.
I'll be home.
That was a shorter meeting, but I think we can adjourn for tonight. So could I have a motion to adjourn, please? Heidi, thank you. Could I have a seconder, please? Deb, thank you. All in favor? Perfect. Thank you so much, everybody. That was a short meeting, but I will hopefully see you November 26th.
Michelle.
Here. I have treats, everybody.
Treats.
I can do it right now if you want.
We're not going to see each other before Halloween.